This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Right, apologies for the silly title, but again, this was kind of one of these concepts. I decided to maybe think about some of the things that were sort of transformational things that I think I learned that had some sort of influence on my playing. I don't know exactly where this thing came from, but you can see people like Paul Gilbert doing it in videos. I think maybe Satriani, someone like this anyway. But it's this idea of, well, this is the signature, which is in quite a lot of my faster legato licks. This lick actually has a few of them, but I wanted to specifically talk about one of them first, and then maybe we'll point out some of the others as they happen. Patreon will be the place to grab the backing track and the actual transcription if you want. I'll probably put up a few extra little exercises around it to make it sort of like a little bit of a worksheet. Anyway, let's dig in. Feel free to leave a comment if you find this sort of thing helpful. I do hear sometimes that some of you folks do dig the legato stuff, so hopefully that is meaning it's worth doing. So, first of all, we'll talk about my legato is built around the framework of kind of 3-note per string patterns. That's not unusual with most of these legato kings. That seems to be the foundation. So the concept generally with legato starts off doing that sort of thing as fast as you can, or that thing, which then sort of feels harder because it's a bit weird. So one of the things that really helped for me to get this legato thing feeling a bit normal and a bit less kind of like you're doing groups of 6, or kind of this is one thing, was to actually take things and do them instead of in triplets. Take that 3-note thing, but kind of force it into either 8 or 16 note stuff. And one of the key ways to do that is to have a pattern which kind of resolves into 8. And my favourite for this is 1, 2, 3 on your first string, and then 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you notice that creates 8. So what you're doing on your first string, 1, 2, 3, you just go up the scale, and then you jump 1 note, come back down, and then back up. And you could do that through the entire scale, right? And you could do that in any position of the major scale. Or you could do it in modes if you think in modes, or you could just think that all of this is A major, as I do. So that's kind of the first thing. This pattern, I don't exactly remember where I got it from, but as I say, Paul Gilbert uses it quite a bit. Can be a way to not only get that 3-note per string thing to work in your favour in a kind of 8th, 16th or 32nd concept, or not only that, but sound different to just going, or so it was this concept of not just going straight up and down the scale and straightening out the feel of it, and then kind of feeling like each kind of thing was an attack in and of itself. So you're starting to kind of more feel like you're in a little bit of control of the thing rather than this, which doesn't necessarily, give those same types of feelings. Right, so that is kind of the thing that's underpinning this particular idea. We're going to start here. We actually start with something different than this permutation thing, but you'll see that it crops up. Is how we're going to start. So we're going to start here on the 11th fret, so we're sort of in like the 3rd position of A major, right? Okay, so we're going to start 11, 12, 11, 9, 11, 12. Okay? And then we start our thing. And we've basically taken that second idea, that 5-note pattern, so I think that is where the kind of that part of the pattern comes from initially, kind of that idea of practicing it, but you can just take one or the other if you want to. And that's more or less what I'm doing here. So we're going to go... So 9, 12, 9, 11, 12, 9, 13, 9, 11, 13, 10, 14, 10, 12, 14. And that's more or less where that kind of idea finishes. And by the time we get up to the B string, we're going to fall out of it by going 9, 12, 14, 12, 9, like that. Okay. And then as we're falling down, 12, 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, 11, 9. And on this 11, 9, we're going to use our ring. And then coming back up on the 11, hit with our middle finger. 14, 11, 9, 11, 9, 12, 11, 9, 12, 9. Ending on our F sharp here on the 9th fret. So all together, so there's another that thing that I do here. That's quite common as well. So 12, 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, 11, 9. And then switching it up so you then go. That's kind of a common little trick of mine as well, I think. Okay, so that's kind of the lick as a whole. What you might want to do with that, beyond just learning it in that one key, would be to take little fragments of it maybe. And move that into different keys. Or the whole thing into different keys. Or you could try moving the whole thing diatonically, or bits of it diatonically. So let's just take that. You know, make a bunch of other exercises out of it. Or, you know, just take this simple idea that I showed you at the start. Through all of your positions in the major scale. and then reverse the concept. I don't know, just that little lick there was what I was asked to break down. And I thought rather than just break that down in one go, show you kind of how the sausage is made a little bit. Those are like the little bits and pieces that I've practiced, that it's kind of coming out in the improvisation as I put it together. Patreon, the place to get the tab. I'll catch you in another video soon. I hope that was vaguely interesting somewhat. Cheers.